Of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate have been made public. This after Trump's lawyers informed the government that the former president does not object to the government's motion to unseal the material. Skylar Henry has the latest from Washington.
A judge is now weighing the Justice Department's request to release the search warrant and an inventory of what the FBI took from former President Trump's Florida home. Agents executed the warrant at Mar-a-Lago on Monday. They were seen carrying several boxes from the estate. Mr. Trump condemned the search and demanded the items be returned. He also encouraged the immediate release of the documents, hours after Attorney General Merrick Garland made his first comments on the search Thursday.
The department filed the motion to make public the warrant and receipt in light of the former president's public confirmation of the search, the surrounding circumstances, and the substantial public interest in this matter.
These documents do not include the FBI court filing that convinced the judge to sign off on the search.
The real story will be with the release of the affidavit itself, which is not currently planned to be released. It is filed under seal.
The Washington Post has reported that the FBI was looking for classified documents related to nuclear weapons. According to the Wall Street Journal, agents removed 11 sets of classified items, including some marked top secret. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Now, in an online post, former President Trump denied having possession of nuclear documents, calling the report a hoax. The former president also suggested agents may have planted evidence during their search. Summer joins us now with a first look at your forecast. Summer?
Thank you so much, Stacy, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I want to show all 4 of our tower cameras right now. We've got our Luther Family Ford camera in South Fargo, Devil's Lake Home of Economy. We've got Grand Forks Home of Economy and Hinkinson Dakota Magic Casino Sky Cam. And one thing that you'll notice across all of them is the gray, cloudy skies. We've been under a stubborn cloud deck all afternoon after morning rain moved out. And some of us did pick up some beneficial rain, just under 1.5 inches in Wadena, 1.3 inches in Perham, Otter Tail just over 1 inch, around 3/4 inch on the north end of Fargo, the south end and West Fargo, at about a little less than 1/4 inch, and just under 3/4 inch in the Carrington area. Here is a look at radar estimated precipitation. Some of these yellows and even little dots of orange, that's where radar estimates between 1 inch and 2 inches of rain, a couple of tenths to maybe 1 inch across northern Minnesota. We still have lingering clouds, but we are dry. Stacy, coming up, we'll talk about the weekend and when some of us might have to dodge a raindrop or two.
All right. Thanks so much, Summer. New at 4, a man is facing a laundry list of charges, including terrorizing and soliciting a minor at a downtown Fargo smoothie shop. Court documents say the man walked in to juice it Monday and asked a 16-year-old girl to join him in the bathroom, where he was completely naked. The teen told police she was scared he was going to pull her in the bathroom with him. 39-year-old Aaron Wayne Anderson is also charged with assault of an officer and preventing arrest. Documents say Anderson was still naked when officers arrived. He is alleged to have kicked an officer, threatened to kill him, and resisted getting in the squad car. Also new at 4, a member of the Minnesota Army National Guard will spend nearly 2 months in jail after he sexually assaulted a high school student in his hotel room back in 2019. That's according to court documents. 37-year-old Army Sergeant Ryan Rivers has been sentenced to spend 60 days in jail and 3 years of supervised probation. Documents say that 17-year-old victim met Rivers at her high school prior to enlisting. The victim told investigators Rivers made a sexual joke and comments on Snapchat. In 2019, the victim says Rivers began to kiss and grope her in a Roseau hotel room. The Minnesota National Guard issued a statement saying, in part, "We can confirm Army Sergeant Ryan Rivers is a member of the Minnesota National Guard. He was reassigned to a position without contact with recruits. We're continuing to monitor his civilian case and will take appropriate action as required." 2 men are in custody after multiple shootings last weekend. 21-year-old Braden Poitra was arrested on an attempted murder charge after Fargo police say he shot a man in the arm, though the reason is still unknown. Charges have yet to be filed. Charges have been filed against Poitra in Clay County, accusing him of a Moorhead gas station drive-by shooting just a few days before. One victim admitted Poitra had provided the victim with drugs, but the victim hadn't paid for them. The victim stated Poitra sent text messages saying he needed to pay for the drugs or the victim victim would get hurt. Another man was charged in that incident, 27-year-old Devin Ludwig, who allegedly aided and abetted Poitra. The Mall of America, celebrating 3 decades of being an economic engine.
30 years ago today, the largest mall in North America opened its doors in Bloomington. The world was introduced to the Mall of America.
It was crowded here. Wall-to-wall people. It was busy. It was a good time. Bloomingdale's was here, Sears, Macy's, Nordstrom's. A lot of big stores, a lot of people.
Bloomington native Sam Snyder was one of the first to walk through the doors when MOA opened 30 years ago. He was also one of the first in line to celebrate its 30th birthday. Hundreds gathered on the 3rd floor to celebrate with cupcakes, all with their own special memories.
We had to wait in this long line outside of Macy's, and we got this canvas bag.
Sandy Young and her sister-in-law, Linda Hughes, have a tradition of meeting up at the Mall of America. They've been coming since day one.
The mall has changed a little bit. There's different stores, but it's the same atmosphere. It's just fun to be here. It's not just shopping, it's an experience.
41 of the Mall of America's original stores are still here. This 5.6 million square foot building hopes to expand in the future to more than 10 million square feet.
Our next big project is going to be our water park. It will be the largest enclosed water park in North America.
The Mall of America has had its challenges over the years. 2 recent shootings inside the mall have some concerned about safety, while others continue to trust it's a safe place to shop and gather.
There have been things that have happened here. The key, I think, is being prepared and always learning from whatever takes place.
In Bloomington, Reg Chapman, WCCO 4 News.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is preparing for extradition of the 2 suspects in the Mall of America shooting. Both men were arrested yesterday in Chicago. Police say the men were seen exiting a barber shop after getting haircuts. Chicago FBI Fugitive Task Force members took them into custody and a gun was found in their vehicle. 21-year-old Shamar Lark is believed to be the gunman. 23-year-old Rashad May is alleged to be Lark's accomplice. Bloomington police say the 2 were with a group that got into a fight with another group at the Nike checkout counter last Thursday. No one was hurt, but the shooting triggered panic among shoppers and led to a swift lockdown of the Mall of America. A Grand Forks family is mourning their pets today after their home caught on fire. That happened around 8:30 this morning in the 900 block of Oak Street. It took crews an hour to get that fire under control. The family has been displaced due to the damage. The cause remains under investigation. New Mexico authorities are making significant progress in the investigation of the fatal shooting on the set of the movie Rust. The Santa Fe Sheriff's Office is reviewing forensic, ballistic, and firearms reports from the FBI, fingerprint and DNA evidence. Next, authorities are set to review actor and producer Alec Baldwin's phone records. A sad update this afternoon on actress Anne Heche. She's been declared brain dead, and families say she's only being kept on life support to donate her organs. She suffered a brain injury in a fiery crash last week. Her car crashed into a house in a West Los Angeles neighborhood. Fire erupted with the car embedded inside the home. Going back to our top story now, the search of the former president's Florida home has angered many of his supporters, including a man who tried to force his way into an FBI field office in Cincinnati yesterday. Police say the man was armed. After a car chase, he was shot and killed. Social media posts thought to be from the man show he may have been motivated by the search of Mar-a-Lago. Senior investigative correspondent Catherine Hethridge has more.
The situation began around 9 a.m. Thursday when the suspect, wearing body armor and carrying a nail gun and long gun, tried to breach the FBI's visitor screening center in Cincinnati. Sources tell CBS News the suspect is Ricky Schiffer. The FBI says agents confronted the suspect before he fled, leading to a car chase.
The pursuit came to an end and he stopped his vehicle. When he got out, that's when shots were exchanged between officers and the suspect.
After an hours-long standoff, law enforcement officials say they shot and killed the suspect.
Situations like today are unfortunate. They're unfortunate for a community. They're unfortunate for those involved in it.
After the FBI searched Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home Monday, posts believed to be from the suspect encouraged people to go to Palm Beach, where Trump's estate is located, and kill federal agents if they get in the way. Additional posts that appear to be from the same man claim he was at then-President Trump's January 6th speech on the Ellipse.
We fight like hell, and if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
And later at the Capitol as the riots unfolded. Thursday morning, a user with the same name as the suspect posted, "If you don't hear from me, it is true. I tried attacking the FBI." Earlier this week, FBI Director Christopher Wray condemned calls for violence against Bureau agents.
Any threats made against law enforcement, including the men and women of the FBI, are deplorable and dangerous.
Catherine here at CBS News, Washington.